Chapter 2, Journalizing and Posting Transactions. Before you start this chapter, you want to make sure that your Chapter 1 chart of accounts have been created accordingly and classified correctly according to the chart of accounts in Chapter 1. And to verify that, you want to go to Reports. You can either go to Accountant and Taxes and get your account listing, or you can also go to List and click your account listing. Once you click that, you want to customize your report, top left, and get your subtitle heading correctly, which is dated December 31 of last year, and click OK to that. So this is one way of verifying everything is correctly entered in and classified. This is the basis of your assignment submission for the first chapter. So to save this, you wanted to go to your file and you want to go to your save as PDF. You can save this to an external drive, or you can save it to your documents, but be sure to remember where to save it and label it accordingly and be able to submit this on Canvas. Now you want to back up your file. This is problem 1-4. You're going to File and you want to create your backup. You're creating a local backup and you want to follow the prompt. You can go to your next local backup and save it now, and look for where you wanted to back it up, to either an external drive or to your documents, anywhere that you can remember, and you wanted to label it accordingly by chapter and follow the prompt. In this chapter, you will record several transactions in the general journal and post them in the general ledgers. Understanding the rules of debits and credits are very important. Reinforcing what you have read in the chapter discussion, the easiest way to identify which account or accounts will be debited and credited will be to ask yourself the debit and credit questions, which will greatly assist you. For purposes of this practice set, observe that when you created your new company in Chapter 1, you have selected the start of your business in January. Instead of giving you several transactions to be recorded on different months, you will just be asked to record all the example transactions for the month of December of last year. There are similar transactions that routinely occur monthly, like paying rent, utilities, telephone, salaries, and others. As long as you understand the concept behind recording these transactions, you should not have any difficulty when given similar events on different months. I will show you just a few transactions and you will complete recording all the transactions for the month of December. So, to record your transactions, you want to go to your company file, the tab up there where it says company, and you want to click make general journal entry. So now on this screen, your entry number would represent either deposit of if you receive cash, or check number if you're writing a check, or just an entry number. The transaction would tell you what your reference is for that entry number. For this December 1st would be your date of last year. Make sure you are using the correct month and year. Your entry number would represent deposit because this will be deposited in your bank account, and you would need to see this when you do your bank reconciliation in the next in chapter 4. So your entry number would be deposit. Your account, you want to ask yourself, what did the business receive? So your literally your answer to that question is your debit, which would represent your cash. So you are debiting your cash for the amount that you receive and you deposited it in the Bank of America, and that would represent the owner's initial investment. So from the chart of accounts, just enter your cash account and enter the debit of 200,000. Under the memo, this is to describe the transaction. You can write anything there, and for this, I would say to record initial investment. It's always a good practice to record something under the memo. And what was that for would be your credit. The next row would represent your credit account. And we said that that's for the initial investment, so that is your name capital account. And that represents the same 200,000. To complete the posting process to the general ledger, you want to save this. And you have a second transaction, so save and new. Now, there is a prompt because we have gone past the 30 days and 90 days of recording. It will always come up. So you wanted to edit that and change it. We will record it, but you wanted to edit and go to preferences. And under preferences, you want to go to accounting, the very top one, and go to your company preferences. You want to uncheck the warnings. So uncheck the box to warn you if there is 30 days or more that has been passed due, and also uncheck the box for the 90 days past due. Just warnings that will not pop up on your screen. So you can say okay to that. Your next transaction is also on December 1st, but this time you issued check number 100. You issued $36,000 to State Farm Insurance Company for a 1-year liability insurance premium covering December 1st to December 31 of the next year. So you can write for entry number, check number 100, and your debit question. What did you receive? You receive a policy for 1 year, which represents your prepaid insurance, so you can debit that prepaid insurance account, and it's for $36,000. So enter your $36,000. Your memo would be pay a 1-year insurance policy. So just very briefly give it a memo so the accountants and auditors will identify whether your entry is correct. And the credit, what did you part with? You parted with your cash, and that represents $36,000, and the memo was carried forward. So save this to complete your posting process. You can complete the rest of the transactions, and it tells you whether to create a vendor if it is for accounts payable or accounts receivable for customers. Once you have completed all your transactions for December, you want to verify whether your journal ties in with the check figure in the book. So under reports, accountant and taxes, click your journal. And again, customize your report so that you will have your report showing for December 1st to December 31 of last year. This is one way to, and refresh that, one way to verify all your transactions if they have been recorded correctly. Do them individually. Then you want to verify your trial balance. Again, reports, accountant and taxes for December 31 of last year to this December 1st of last year to December 31 of last year. And when you refresh that, it will give you all of your individual accounts for the trial balance that have been posted. Once you verified your individual accounts, then you can run a backup and then Move on to the next chapter. Be sure you are backing up correctly in your local backup, and this will help you with your chapter if you are in balance. So once you have missed a chapter where you are not in balance, you can always restore from a previously balanced chapter and follow the prompt on saving your QBB backup. That's the QuickBooks backup file.